train, automobile and a boat. It is how we traveled for almost 2 months in Europe, and now we are on the cruise ship Regal Princess, and we stopped in Sicily, Messina. It's a nice place, but we saw it only from the ship, and we drove through this beautiful city. And that's it, because we did not have too much time. We stopped, like I said, in Messina, and we wanted to see Mount Etna. It is what we chose, and then we stopped in a small town. But we hope that we are going over there on the top of the volcano. But let's see what happened. The drive to the volcano was very interesting. It is not a tourist area, it is just the residential area. It is interesting to see. Roads are very narrow, and you will have a chance to see how people managed on the road when the road is really narrow.
trip to Mount Etna and the town of Taormina down the coast from Sicily was part of a shore excursion which we purchased from the cruise ship, which was docked at Messina. We didn't really get to see much of Messina because we were only there for a day, and we spent that day on this shore excursion, which was actually kind of a mixed
Alright, so
bag.
we are
Taormina was
near
interesting, as you'll see,
Sicily
but the trip to
province on
Mount
our
Etna
left down the
was really
travel
not
that we
that
are going to
great.
see
Much
later.
of the
On
time was
our right,
spent
the other
trying to
one.
sell you
They
things
are
at a vendor
divided by
up
this
near one
gate,
of the craters.
which
Mount Etna has
is used
several
to reach
craters, and
another
we went
town
to
called the
one of
Pelosi
the
on the other
lower
side of
craters
the Etna. On the right
on
there is
the
this
cone
restaurant
of the
called Tour,
volcano.
where
We
the
did not actually
outdoor
go to the
guide
top of the
closed the
volcano for
windows.
lack of time, and
And
just
now we
it
go
would have
to come to
really
near a
been a
restaurant
difficult thing to do.
where
You have to get there by a tramway, and the tour that we took, the shore excursion, did not include that trip. Instead, as I mentioned, it was mostly oriented toward visiting this touristy shopping area where they tried to sell you various Mount Etna souvenirs and different kinds of Italian food and wines and so forth. It was mildly interesting, but not really one of the highlights of our cruise by any means. And in fact, should we ever go back to Sicily, we definitely would not want to repeat this, and we do not recommend it. If you have only a short time in Sicily, don't spend your time going to Mount Etna. Instead, see other things which, although we didn't get to see them, I'm sure are much better and much more interesting than what we did get to see.
You heard already that we were not really happy with our tour to Mount Etna, but to see the countryside in Sicily was actually nice. It is a great view of mountains and the sea, and we are on our way back to the ship, and we stopped in a small town. It is a touristy place. Of course, everything is set up for tourists, shops, restaurants, and it is Taormina. But it is a nice town. I think it is worth it to see it. And next time we will be in Corsica at Ajaccio in France. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.